everyone. Welcome. My name's Amanda, and today we'll be talking about demystifying data using research and data to support community-centered work. And this is the pre-session slide. So a little bit about me. I am currently the Research and Evaluation Manager at the Tubman Center for Health and Freedom, as well as a former PHPDA Health Scholar. And this session will follow up to some of the work we did before at the Evaluation TA session last year, and we'll go into data collection. So the learning goals for today are to learn how to collect data that is community-driven and culturally appropriate, discuss the connection between anti-racism, equity, and data collection, and design a data collection for a program at your organization. So these pre-session slides will support you in achieving these learning goals during our main session together. So a little bit about questions. What is evaluation and what is the purpose of data collection? So you could pause the video here, take a moment and write down just a few bullet points about what you think about each of these. So what evaluation and data collection are opportunities to be accountable to community and those that you serve, have the ability to assess the effectiveness of your programming, help drive informed decisions, improve program outcomes for community, and also to be sustainable as an organization and in your programming. That means things like securing funding, as well as reporting to funders, such as those here at PHPDA. And what's important is for evaluation and data collection, all these goals can be synergized. They do not have to be siloed. Community goals, organizational goals, as well as funder goals can all be connected together and support you in being sustainable and efficient in your work. So we have a short exercise to just help prep you for the session. So on the handout in these attached to the pre-session documents, please write down a program your organization provides that you're hoping to collect a data strategy for. Think through, what are my goals for data collection and evaluation in relationship to our program? It's really important that we're not doing any research for research's sake, and that at the end, we always remember that we are serving community and working with community. In our session, we will go into these breakout rooms, focus on different types of data collection strategies, and actually fill out that whole handout so you can walk out of this session with a plan in hand to execute a data collection strategy and evaluation back at your organization. So data is a really important tool to actually support our health equity work. And how we really make sure we center health equity and use that tool is that we have to efficiently and effectively structure data collection on the front end. We have to think through what kinds of data, what are our sources of data. We also have to think through actual strategies and how to steward the data and protect community. And we'll dive a little bit more into that here. So ethics and anti-racism and equity is all central to research and evaluation. It's very, very important that we acknowledge history and understand it. We understand that there has been extractive and exploitive histories and current practices in research and data collection. That's again why it's so important to be stewards and to protect community. In addition, ethics and equity are really central to all our work. How are we sharing our evaluation findings back to community? Are participants fully informed and consenting? Do they know what they're signing up for? Are we connecting back to structural drivers of inequities? And also, who are we putting the burden of data collection on, even internally as staff? And most importantly, do we actually need to collect this data? Sometimes we already have the data on hand for things like administrative records that make it so we don't have to go out and put the dual burden on our org and on community. In addition, accessibility is very, very important when we think about our data collection methods. Are we choosing methods that really uplift all voices? And who is not included and why aren't they included? And how can we address that? Are we also engaging with culturally responsive methods? These are all important questions to think through both at the beginning of your evaluation process as well as throughout and as you are reviewing your process and learnings. So some of the sources of data collection and data collection methods are can be primary, secondary data, and that then falls under quantitative or qualitative data sources. So, common Quantitative ones can be surveys, administrative data, assessments, and then some popular ones, qualitative sources can be interviews, focus groups, or observation. And we'll dive more into these during the session. So regardless of what data collection methodology you use, community engagement is central also to your strategy. So from participants being just informed, told, we're doing this data collection plan, this is what's going on, to shared leadership around the continuum, you really want to keep moving towards that shared leadership. So you have equitable decision making, you have all voices at the table, and you really get to build the relationships and center community at all steps of your work so that you are true and active partners with each other. In addition, part of this is also reducing the burden on community and selecting appropriate data sources. That's why it's so important to do that planning at the beginning and also see what's already available to you. We often all have more data on already in the back end than we think. We also need to know what we need to know about the program and what we want to know about the program and how that will better serve your goals for the program. We also can get really creative about data collection. There's no one size fits all. Each data collection strategy should be tailored to who you're working with, what your program goals are, and what your program is, and what your capacity is. We should also be thinking about how this relates to meeting different goals. Again, there is synergy between funder goals, org goals, and community goals. Importantly, it's really good to remember what are your goals for data collection and evaluation, because we're not doing any research for research's sake. We are using research and data and evaluation as tools to better support us, to better support community. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you during the main session.